Okay, hi everyone. My name's Talia. I lead business development for Pantry. If you haven't helped yourself to some delicious almonds from our kiosk over there, please feel free to do so. Pantry is all about making fresh food accessible. So there's a revolution in fresh and healthy eating. The USDA recently required that school lunches provide fruit. On the drink side, Coca-Cola sales are down, fresh juice and smoothie sales are up and are expected to reach $11 billion by the end of this year. People don't want to reach for just any satiating garbage anymore. But what do you do if you're a doctor working at a hospital late at night after the cafeteria closes? Or you're a student or an employee and you don't have time to go out and get a meal? Or you live in the middle of a food desert and the nearest market is miles and miles away? Until now, vending was the solution for this. But vending doesn't work for fresh food sales for two reasons. One, fresh food comes in all different shapes and sizes. So a candy bar or chips, they can fit conveniently in between coils, but no one wants to buy a salad that has been stuffed in between coils. It just doesn't look appetizing. Vending machines don't look appetizing enough for fresh food. And the second reason is because fresh food expires. Chips, candy, soda, it can be on the shelf for months and months and months. And vending machines just don't have the ability to track what comes in and out of the kiosk. Pantry is the solution to all these problems. Food producers can sell whatever they want through our unmanned refrigerated kiosk. They can sell it in more locations. And they can sell whatever they're normally selling in their cafeteria for a fraction of the cost of, say, opening a 24-hour cafeteria in a hospital or university or opening a cafe in the middle of a food desert. So people don't think of Pantry as being a vending machine. We have a beautiful glass door kiosk so you can see the fresh food options inside. The transaction process is very much like opening your refrigerator at home. You could open the door, pick something up before deciding that you want to consume it, and you don't have to press A3 and then desperately wait for your product to fall down, hoping it doesn't get stuck in the coils. We also let our food producers track what comes in and out of their kiosk through our online dashboard. So they get granular insight into sales and inventory analytics. Here's some proof that it works. At Stanford Hospital, they exchanged their original vending machine selling Hot Pockets and other food just loaded with preservatives with a pantry filled with the salads and sandwiches they normally sell in their cafeteria. They saw sales go up by 7 times. So I want to leave on this note. There are 5 million vending machines in the United States. It's a $37 billion industry selling chips, candy, and soda. Imagine what the opportunity could be if vending sold what people craved. Thank you.
Okay, good stuff. Can we try some nuts out of the pantry now?
How do you prevent people stealing more than they bought, since there's no portion control?
Good question. So we have RFID tags that are put on each individual product and coded with that product's information. So once something is taken out of the kiosk, whether you take out 2 items or 10, we know what you took and you will be charged accordingly.
Hands up high, folks. We must have some questions. It's a smart refrigerator. Come on.
How's it stocked and managed?
So we lease this product to food producers. Either food service companies operating on campuses or a fast casual eatery, and they are in charge of stocking the machine with whatever products they would like to sell.
Who do you charge? Who do you make your money from? Is that from the supplier?
Great question. So we lease our product to food producers for a flat $400 fee per month. We don't take a percentage of sales or anything.
I know you currently have pantries at Stanford as well as UCSF Medical Center, correct? So where do you plan on seeing pantries proliferating in the future?
Yeah, so right now we've seen most success at hospitals and other locations that are open 24/7, but their cafeterias are not. But we have definitely gotten inquiries to expand to new markets. So we'll see what ends up happening with that.
How long before Pantry takes Bitcoin?
I'll have to get back to you on that.
How do you manage shelf life, staleage, waste?
Yeah, so you have the option of putting the shelf life of a product into the dashboard. So when a food producer gets a pantry, they upload all of their products, and if they know that they're going to put a turkey sandwich in tomorrow, they can enter that it has a shelf life of 5 days, so they'll know to take it out after 5 days.
Can you have multiple vendors per pantry?
Currently, we do not offer that, but we have gotten some requests for that.
So, like
undecided whether it will happen in the future.
If I had a cafeteria and I had 3 pantries, but I had 12 vendors that wanted to be in them.
Right, yeah, good question.
I have a question right here. So I guess you're talking about fresh food, and what's to say that someone is making sure that's fresh? And to me, fresh is going to ring healthy. Can you see the ingredients on the list before you go in and pick them up? And how are you making sure that people you're leasing your machines to are actually, like, I guess, giving a product that rings true to for someone?
Yeah, absolutely. So most of our clients, they get a pantry because they like the idea of being able to sell fresh food. If they wanted to sell chips and candy, they could do so through a vending machine. And we also, one thing to notice, most of our clients, they do end up selling healthy food, but if someone wanted to sell, say, cupcakes, as long as they're quality, we would not be opposed to that. Yes.
Could you explain the technology behind the RFID tags a little bit more, and also the expense of that technology within the pantry machine?
Yeah, I'm not specifically a tech person. Do you have a specific question about the RFID tags? Or? Yeah, so we have sensors on each shelves that detect what comes in and out. Each tag is 15 cents.
Code dates. So if a product's going in with a code date, the producer or vendor knows what the code date is. Can that then transmit back to them and say, "Whoop, this product's out of code. You need to take it out"?
So the way it doesn't work exactly like that. The only way it would work is if you identify a specific product with a certain shelf life, and then you enter that into the dashboard, and then you get a notification through the dashboard. But the shelf life information isn't specifically encoded in the label. Yes?
So could you explain your labeling? Like, for example, is this a white label end cap that you could do somewhere, or a branding? Is our food going to be put into your packaging, or are we putting our products with our packaging and our labels, and can your machines be branded along those lines?
Yeah, so in terms of the tags, we usually call them, we like to think of it as more of a piece of technology than a way of branding. We do let our clients brand the side of the kiosk, so they're able to design a custom-made skin. So if you were to walk, for example, Mixed Greens, they're one of our most recent clients. They designed the kiosk. It looks gorgeous. It's custom for Mixed Greens, but the pantry tags are still on each item that they sell.
All right, Pantry, everybody. Talia, nice job.
you.
Thank you so much.